Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Lyra and Lily with Angela. Sorry, I'm fucking emotional right now. Pardon the F-bomb. I, I still can't really talk about it. But I've been dealing with something for 3 years now. And it's something that's made me very angry, and I've had so much patience. You know? It's a long-awaited justice that has been robbed from me many different times. And I've been really patient, and I just keep holding out hope, that if I just keep trying, and that no matter what, it'll be okay. And there's I need a lawyer, and it's basically to get back something that was stolen from me. And it was something left by my mom who passed away, when I was 9. She died right in front of me, and I sat with her all night, and, I've got all those emotions. And then, 3 years ago, I found out, 4 now, almost 3 in a little bit, I don't even know, but something in 2019, I found out, she left something for me, right? And her biological son, he basically screwed me out of it, and I've been trying for the last 3 years to get it back, because that's all I have left of her. She left that for me, and I miss her all the fucking time. And I had a lawyer for 2 years, and she barely did anything, and then near the end, she started charging me money when it was supposed to be at the end, not hourly or stuff like that. And no one listened to me. No one. When I was telling them that she wasn't doing anything, I wasn't the priority, and it was just wasting time and money. And then and I got rid of my lawyer, and then basically I can't, I need another lawyer, and I literally can't afford one. And I kept, going down this trail of I'm not in disability, right? And there's different people looking to help and organizations, and I've just been following this rabbit hole of people saying that there's someone that can help me, only just to come to the end today and realize that, there's no help because of this, And I'm not gonna lie, I just spent the last 20 minutes angry, crying, and laughing, because it's just so much, and just all this shit, right? And I had to record my episode, because it's time to finally talk about it. I was told not to talk about it. Everyone's told me not to talk about it. But you know what? This whole time I've been struggling by myself, and I've been really good. The amount of trust issues it gave me, he was my brother growing up, he was the one that taught me how to fucking, I have memories of walking with him when I'm very young. He was my big fucking brother. He was my brother. But yeah, he's one of the people that have done some of the most damage to me. He basically tricked me into investing my money. Basically made it sound like I wouldn't get to see any of it without doing that. And I've been controlled my whole life, and so I I said okay, and it's even a fraudulent contract, right? Because he witnessed it, but we were literally like towns apart, like 4-hour drive away. And it was like all of my money. I didn't even know how much money I had, but it was more than half that I got invested. And I've been really struggling, with this process, and just like being failed left, right, and center. And like, when I went to see my lawyer, the one who screwed me over, I walked into her office, and first thing I said, like in the meeting, like that first day, is I said that I don't want this money to buy a fancy car or, a house. I want this money so, like, I could go into the grocery store and not worry. But you know what? As the years have gone on since that first day, I realized that she left that for me. She left that for me. And, everyone else who got left something already got it. When this was all going down, I told my sister about it, and my adopted parents got her money out in 6 months. And then, like, it's not even the money, it's the fact that, like, that was supposed to be for me, right? That she left, and I loved her so much, and I've been dealing with her death for so many years. I was there in her final moments, and I was terrified, and I didn't know what to do. I tried my best. Like, I tried to eat a bunch of sugar so that I could stay up with her all night, but I couldn't. I fell asleep. And in the morning, I took my sister next door to get help because it was too dark outside, and I was terrified of the dark, and I felt guilty, so guilty my whole life. And maybe if I just gone outside and stuff, and I've been carrying that with me for so many years, and it took me so long not to feel terrible and guilty. Even though I know it wasn't my fault, but it still eats me alive, and I haven't been treated fairly for the majority of my life in such a wide areas of life. So many different areas. I've had an ex that used to lock me in his fucking bedroom. Like, he was so crazy, he wouldn't even let me out of the room, and I wasn't even allowed my phone to listen to music, like, just all this shit I've been through so much, and I just got my documents from my childhood, and there's way more than I even fucking knew. And, I used to wonder, how am I not an angry person? How am I not going around fucking, hurting people or treating them badly or even, vindictive or revengeful? How am I not that person, And I just... My foster mom had passed away. She was an amazing person. When I was little, I have the documents, and I was really confused about having 2 moms. And she would tell me that it's okay to have 2 moms. It's okay. Your heart's big enough. She taught me love. She taught me how to be patient, how to be kind, and how to still be a good person when the world is trying to turn you bad. And I've held that my whole life, and I've tried my very best. and I feel used, like, the last 3 years, like, I almost wish I never even knew about it, because it's just another thing, except for this one, it's harder because I got excited, and I started thinking of all the ways that it could change my life, or even help me with my creative pursuits, and all these different things. And it was a thing that was gonna be the first thing in my life that, I don't know. It's hard to describe, and it's just with everything, like, I'm just so angry, Like, I could easily send her son to jail, probably for fraud, because of what he did, and the other things that are involved with this. And, even in the will, it was stated that if, me or anybody else passed away before we had kids, the money that was left would be divided up between the remaining people. And, I look back at my life and how many times I tried to end my life. Or just how many times I almost died. Like my ex, I was protecting a brand new kitten we got. And he was using, it was in a boat. And there was like the V-berth and the opening, and I was standing right there, right in front of it. She was inside, and he was really angry, and he was screaming, and he was yelling, and I was telling him to stop because he was scaring her, and he used his head, and he was pushing it into my forehead, and like, it really fucking hurt. And so I pushed him back, and he fell down because it was a narrow walkway, and when he got back up, he shoved his forearm into my throat, and my throat popped back and out like a pop bottle. I didn't even know that, like, I could have died, but I was protecting my kitten, Bella, and, my life has been really confusing, and I don't understand it. I don't understand how I've made it through what I have, or how I've kept such a good heart. I've chopped it up to something mystical and something magical, that there has to be something bigger than myself, a god or something, because there's no other reason that I'd be able to still be here or be the person I am today, especially after everything, and I don't understand it. I really don't. And today, actually, before I got this phone call, I was just talking to my birth mom, and I was gonna ask if I could hang out with her, and then I'd been thinking, because Sunday is Mother's Day, and I wanted to paint her something, and I'm still going to, but I was just looking up different quotes and stuff, and I just found the perfect one. And then I got the phone call, and then, I kept it cool. I kept it calm during the phone conversation. The lady wasn't that nice either. I'm not gonna lie. But, yeah. I just, broke down, and I fell apart, and I'm still falling apart, but I'm okay. Yeah, I'm gonna post this episode, because I've kept my mouth shut for a really freaking long time. A very long time. I've stayed silent. I've stayed so silent on so many things. I deal with my anger by myself. I deal with my heavy emotions by myself. I got me, and it's sometimes hard to process them with other people, because intentionally or unintentionally, they can say something that'll just shatter you even more. So I've learned that sometimes you have to sometimes you have to do it on your own. And I've been doing it alone a long time, and I will continue to do it alone. I have no problem with that. I just I needed someone to talk to, and I know that you guys don't know me, and I don't know you, but when I was living in Maple Ridge before, and I'm not sure if I've uploaded those podcast episodes yet because they all got out of order a long time ago, but there's episodes where I'm literally crying just like this, and I'm falling apart. I was dealing with men trying to kidnap me and chasing me up and down streets, and men touching themselves literally in a public park, surrounded by kids, staring at me, on the phone, and then literally hanging up, and then meeting up with another local creep. Like, I've been raped over 7 times in my life. All different ages, and I just turned 26 in April. I've moved over 27 times in 25 years. And my podcast it's a place where I can share myself and what I'm going through. Because when I was going through that in Maple Ridge, I didn't have anybody. At least here where I'm living now, I have a few people I can trust a little bit, And it's a lot easier. But back then, I didn't have anyone. And so whenever I was feeling like I was now, before I hit record, I'd hit record and I'd talk to you guys. I didn't know who you were, and I didn't know if you knew who I was, but I just hitting record and sharing myself and my emotions and my fears and just all this stuff that normally I just keep to myself. It healed something in me, and it felt like I was being heard, and just then, as that went on, I started to realize that maybe I could help others, just know that it's okay. I'm unconventional. I'm strange. I'm weird. But that's okay. Because I'm me. But I'm gonna let you guys go, okay? Thank you for listening. Bye.